Good morning. It is Friday, so thank God it's Friday. How are you? Welcome to Good Morning Anambra Weekend Edition. My name is Sijama Uche and I'm here with Ugonna. Ugo, good morning.
Good morning, IJ. It's Friday. You know how excited I'm always how I feel whenever it's Friday, and this is no different. It's no different.
You're always in a weekend mood.
You know that.
Okay, thank you very much. Do stand by now as we bring you press review. Okay, welcome back again. Join us this morning to look at what the papers are saying. It's Mr. Ejike Abata. Ejike Abata is a public affairs analyst. Welcome, Ejike.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're welcome, brother. Welcome.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
Okay, now, Ebere, where do we start?
We'll begin with stories making the headlines on our ABS website. First, we've got some couple of stories there, IJ. Let's start with the first one. That says Anambra State government initiate measures to prosecute government officials, civil servants involved in shady land transactions. Now, we also have oral written interviews for Anambra teachers recruitment exercise kicks off. Anambra State government urges builders, developers to obey new housing policy. And finally, we have Saludo to lead Anambra monthly sanitation exercise tomorrow. That's about it, IJ.
So, Ejike, why do we start with you?
The sanitation exercise tomorrow, this is the first for the governor, and it's always good to lead by example. And I hope seeing the governor partake in the cleanup exercise will motivate others, because we have this lackadaisical attitude towards our environment. But seeing the governor partake in the exercise, hopefully it will spur some people to also do the needful.
Okay. And then Anambra State government initiates measures to prosecute government officials, civil servants involved in shady land transactions.
That is long overdue. It's long overdue. We just hope it won't be mere lip service, because that's where the problem starts, within the ministry. So if we're able to get those who are involved not minding their level in service and then prosecute them, it will drastically reduce the rate at which people go into illegal land deals, and even those who grab government-owned lands, because you don't just come from out. There must be an insider who aids those who are into these shady land deals and those who grab government land. So, like they say, change should begin with them.
All right. Okay. Let's move on for the want of time to our very first paper this morning. The Nation newspaper. Let's look at what the Nation has for us this morning. A lot of stories on the Nation this morning, but let's look at a big story. It says, impeachment. APC moves to stop PDP lawmakers gang up. Okay, with writers there, Kachiku CD flay opposition senators, reps threats to move against Buhari. It is political, says Zomishere, and ruling parties legislators to meet on Sunday. Well, up there we've got a laughing ruling house summons meeting over illegal aspirants. Federal government to sanction BBC, Trust TV for glorifying bandits. We've got Hanifa's killer teacher to die by hanging, 109 billion naira fraud, suspended AG F. Idris gets 5 billion naira bill. We've got finally here, Security Council admits Nigerians seeking self-help. No cause for alarm, DHQ assures Abuja residents.
Okay, let's look at the second paper before we start talking. The second paper here is the Guardian newspaper. And the banner headline there says, federal government admits failure as opposition lawmakers insist on impeachment. And it has so many riders. Let's see if we can see it. NSA promises new strategy, seeks citizens' cooperation. We are tackling recent security breaches in Abuja, others, DHQ, bandits, military in gun duel at Abuja City Gate. We had that one yesterday. And PDP reps who will start gathering signatures for Buhari's impeachment in 6 weeks. Northeast elders to Buhari, sack NSA now. That's National Security Advisor. And then those piloting nations' affairs far away from reality. Far away from reality. Afenifere laments. APC stakeholders demand action against insecurity. And finally, from the riders who have on that banner headline, federal government to sanction BBC, Trust TV over terrorism glorification. Is that what they call it? When they give, when they report what is happening, it is, they call it whatever.
I think those who produced that documentary, for those who have seen it, should be commended. And backlashing them shouldn't be the proper thing. Lai Mohammed is a journalist. And you know what the amount of resources it will take for you to go into the kidnappers' den and get such an exclusive interview or report. Saying they allowed bandits display their faces like they are Hollywood stars, using his words, it doesn't make sense at all. Since federal government pretends not to know who the bandits are, some persons have taken it upon themselves to find out who they are, and this is what you are telling them. It's a shame on the statement by the Minister of Information is a shame. Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I can hear you. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Okechukwu Onyema, calling from Jos.
Okay, Mr. Okechukwu, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. I don't know why the lawmakers don't want to impeach the president. The country is nonsense. The country is almost gone. We don't impeach him now. We don't know what will happen next year. This terrorist, let me tell you the truth. Central government knows about it. And if we don't take time, by next year there may not be election. These people will run over to Abuja and take over the seat of power. I am not foreseeing that the popularity of Peter Obi is giving concern to the ruling party. So they are trying to do anything to make sure that the election next year does not hold to quench his interest or the willing aspect of it. I am not foreseeing the game plan. Ordinarily, look at the country. The country is already down. Please, they should impeach this man and they'll give us just to try to do something better. So when it takes over, the country will have good shape. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for reaching us from Trujos. Okay, thank you.
All right, let's move on. There are still other stories to talk about. We'll probably get to see some of it in all the papers. This day is next. Let's look at this day's newspaper. Stories making the headlines there. NSA military developing new strategies to curtail terrorism. Writers there says there will be renewed momentum against insecurity, admits Nigerians are tired, gravitating towards self-help, promises those found wanting in Kuje jailbreak won't go unpunished. Guards Brigade orders kill 30 terrorists in Wari. Atiku vows to rescue Zamfara from insurgency. Stop the killings, kidnapping. New Can president urges Buhari. PDP National Assembly caucus collecting signatures to impeach president. Okay, up there we've got Shell post record quarterly profit of $11.5 billion. Total energies $9 billion. Okay, Yakubu 2023 election will be fair, credible, acceptable, says INEC has no candidate in next year's pool. Hints Commission working with agency on security. IG, that's about it on this day.
Okay, we look at the Daily Sun newspaper. Beside the main template of the Daily Sun newspaper, IPOB alleges plots by terrorists to kill Kanu in detention. That's what we have there. IPOB alleges plots by terrorists to kill Kanu in detention. And then other stories. Okay, the banner headline there says reps join Senate, seek Buhari's impeachment. With riders there, Minority Caucus issues 6 weeks ultimatum to President to address insecurity. ECOWAS warns staff over security threats in Abuja and environs. Okay, let's look at other stories. The same paper, that's the Daily Sun. 2023 presidency, only P2B can rescue Nigeria. This one is coming from LP, that's Labour Party. Global economic crisis, U.S. economy enters recession as petrol sells for $1,488 naira per liter in UK. And then fuel prices also rises in Canada, Ecuador, and others. Osun Governor-elect Tax Transition Committee on Indebtedness Terms of Repayment. Buhari vows to deal with perpetrators of graft in Niger Delta Ministry. Okay.
All right, let's look at National Star while before AGK makes some contributions.
Before you look at National Star, there's another story here. Army kills 30 terrorists who attacked Gas Brigade. With a rider there, DHQ assures FCT residents of safety. Nigerians tired of insecurity, turning to self-help, NSA.
Okay, still on the insecurity on the National Star. Nigerians tired, moving towards self-help. Now, this coming from NSA. Reps has joined the Senate to give Buhari 6 weeks ultimatum. Up there, AIG admits high rate of cultism, yahoo among policemen. And now that's serious. 2023 Umahi, Agom Ezified 30 over Ebony South senatorial ticket. Tinubu 86, not fit to run for president, says in-law. That's coming from Benny. Okay, we've also got here down here. IPOB alleges planned jihad demands release of Kanu from Abuja. Buhari orders Niger Delta Ministry to carry out audit of NDDC staff. All right, AGK, there are lots of many stories, but a lot of repetition of stories in different papers.
The impeachment threats by the PDP caucus, in the words of Mojuku some many years ago to Ndibo in Lagos, good morning this afternoon, because the people, our lawmakers or those who are in authority don't seem to do anything until the chicken comes home to roost. Now they are beginning to feel, they just felt a slight heat of what has been going on, and they are beginning to run from pillar to pole. Nigerians have been crying over time. This is what we are going through. We have, excuse me, we have train passengers who have been in captivity for over 100 days, and nothing has been done about it. And they didn't do anything until the terrorists came into Abuja now, and they're beginning to run helter-skelter. It's very sad and unfortunate. It has always been the same thing. When people cry of increase in kerosene, price of kerosene, nobody does anything because they don't make use of kerosene. But when there's increase in price of or scarcity of PMS, everybody begins to run from helter-skelter. So it's very, very unfortunate. So the gatherings and signature for impeachment for me, it's a mere exercise. So people will see that we at least would try to do something. It doesn't make sense. Nothing of such will happen. Nothing of such will happen.
Okay, what about the Northern Elders call on Buhari to sack NSA? Do you see him sacking him? That's National Security Advisor.
They've always made the same statements. If they even accuse Nigerians of saying, the APC have accused Nigerians of saying, we told Buhari to sack his service chiefs, and he sacked them, and now things improved for a while, and they're beginning to deteriorate again. Now they are calling for another sack, that they can't continue sacking. But the NSA himself, Monguna, has admitted that they have failed.
Developing new strategies to curtail, and some other person was saying that Nigerians are resorting to self-help.
To self-help. So telling us they are curtailing you don't need to tell us. Let us see the action, for God's sake. Don't tell us you are bringing in a new strategy. That is not our business. Our business is for us to feel secured. Show us, let us see it happening. Don't tell us you are bringing. You are not even supposed to say it as a security man that you are. Don't give us such assurances. This is not the first time we are having such assurances. And
generally, what do you think is happening as security apparatus in Nigeria?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, those who are in power knows what's happening.
Really?
Yes, those who are in power knows what's happening. They can't deny not knowing what is happening. If for anything, they know where the bandits are. Why not go after them? One of them was even Taban some weeks back. And then this Zamfara State Governor is saying because they can't go into the other state to go and pick
from Katsina to Zamfara.
But
some other people, you went from Nigeria to Kenya to pick him. Then went to Benin to pick the other guy.
But you can't go from Zamfara to Katsina to pick a bandit.
Sounds funny. Let's see who has joined us. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Please speak up. What's your name and where you calling us from?
Okay.
All right. So we're still talking about, before we move on to the Punch newspaper, lots of people has also been talking about self-help. What's your take on that? Because, okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Your name, your location.
Hello?
We can hear you. Please go on. What is your name and location?
I'm calling from Monsoka.
Welcome.
All right. Go ahead, my brother.
Hey, there's volume on your TV sets.
All right, please, as much as possible, when you call us.
My view on the issue of...
We won't wait for you all day.
I'm taking the right step to initiate impeachment. With that, it will motivate them to do more. Fight for more on the security of the nation. I think this is the right step, but the thing is that we are waiting the government in question to take the right decision and the right step. But it came too late. It is coming late to me. I'm seeing it as a very late action.
The impeachment? Okay. Thank you. Let's go on.
Talking about self-help. Nigerians are resorting to self-help. What's your take on that? There, time and time again, arguments has come up that everybody should begin to, look out for themselves.
Everybody, we've always resorted to self-help. When we want water, we resort to self-help. When we want electricity, we resort to self-help.
We are talking about security now. How can you secure yourself?
It's all part of it because more people are patronizing.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
More people are patronizing native doctors.
Okay.
In order to secure themselves.
Okay.
You don't have to have an AK-47 in your house before you know you are. I'm securing myself in my own little way.
From your native doctor?
Not a native doctor. So you don't have to have some weapons in your house for you to secure yourself. Being security conscious is also self-help. We don't have
kind of organized crime and systematic way these insurgents are coming.
That's
Do you think that whatever you have in your house, even a machete, can stop them from getting
you're
to
going
you?
far. There was something I saw on the social media. A young girl with her bag and two guys at a bus stop. People are going, cars are driving, and these two guys stopped the girl, told her to bring her phone and told her to move. She gave the phone. She was looking at them, was like, leave now. And they came, people were, like, it was a normal market. And there was nothing she could do.
There's nothing because those guys were armed and the other persons weren't.
And it looks as if the people in the area understand this is what these guys
will
do. So even if you try shouting or crying for help, they understand that this is what these guys do.
Because they know them, so it's not safe for them to raise an alarm. Because if they do, they probably might come after them some other time.
It's a horrible situation. Yeah, hello. Hello? Is it possible that before you call us, you try to turn off the volume on your TV set or whatever device you're using?
It's very possible.
Please. Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next paper.
No, before the next paper, let's look at this allegation that's coming from the IPOB demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Is on Daily Sun newspaper. IPOB alleges plot by terrorists to kill Kanu in detention.
Well, if they could attack the Kuje prison, it's natural for anybody who has his or relative there to begin to raise an alarm.
Kanu is in DSS custody. It's not in the prison.
I know, especially if it could happen in Kuje. What do you think it might not happen in DSS custody? If they could attack a presidential guard, do you think they might not be able to attack the DSS
and threats have been flying
facilities?
Around.
So it's only natural for them to begin to raise the alarm so that should anything happen, they'll say, okay, we set this thing on time. So the proper thing for the DSS to do now is to move Nnamdi Kanu to another a safer place.
Where is safe?
That is what I want to do.
Allow him to go home.
That's where I'm going to.
Where is safe now? let's join it with this one. Army killed 30 terrorists in a reprisal attack. The army killed 30 terrorists who attacked gas brigade.
I wouldn't fail to talk about that because the army they've accused us of not reporting their achievements. I congratulate the army and I wish they would do more because this is just you can't measure what they've achieved or compare it to what has been going on out there or the number of lives that has been lost. So I hope they continue to put the heat on them, on those who have made the country ungovernable for us.
And perhaps also go with their immediate thing like the terrorists do so that
so
once they do such exploits, we see it. Okay, let's go.
All right, the Punch papers. Let's look at the papers making the headlines there, and of course some other stories. Presidential primaries. Buhari ex-ministers ask courts to disqualify Tinubu Atiku. With riders there in Wajuba faults APC, PDP primaries over statutory delegates, votes buying. Says former Lagos governor, ex-VP bribed delegates with dollars. Up there we've got 78,549 aggrieved contributors, dumps, PFAs, transfers 227 billion naira. Our federal government begins implementation of NDC forensic audit. Got 4.7 million gets seems after federal government calls ban. ADAX, workers begin strike, oil production shed 22,000 BPD. Killings, lawmakers not Buhari president, meet security chief. Got Lagos leads as monkeypox spread to 26 states. We struggle to feed Toby pay her fees. That's coming from Amusun. Amusun's father is saying that. And of course, we've got governor's ticket tiers. Delta PDP party, Buri Okoa parts ways. That's about it on the Punch, IJ. Let's see the Daily Trust.
Okay, and from the Daily Trust, we'll have the banner headline there. Naira depreciation takes toll on investors, worsens on certainty. With some riders there, currency down by 11% in 1 week. It will negatively impact prices of commodities coming from the experts. Local content, economic diversification, the way out. Let's see who is knocking on our door. Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Good morning, sir. Ebere.
Yeah, Mr. Maka speaking from Kaduna.
All right, Emeka, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead with your contributions.
Good. You are doing a good job there. There's somewhere I wanted to make a comment.
All right.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. On this army claims of killing 30 terrorists and getting 12 AK-47 and claiming that they are the people that attacked the brigade of guard. I don't think it's, for me, there might be some terrorists, but I don't think those 30 people will go with 2 AK-47 to go and inflict such heavy casualties on those brigade of guard, which is an elite group of soldiers. So I think Nigerian soldiers and the military and the government have to sit up if they really want to fight insecurity. But what we are saying is more than what we are talking, more than what is happening. Because we discover that all along those areas is a hell for people living around there. Even yesterday at Zuma, the soldiers were attacked again. A lot of them were killed. So this is a very, very emergency situation. All the lines are telling cannot solve this problem. They have to sit up and work if there's no complicity in what they're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Emeka.
much.
That call from Kaduna.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we're still looking at the stories coming from the Daily Post. Joining what Emeka said to what we have now. Insecurity. Nigerians have lost confidence in us, gravitating towards self-help. This one is coming from federal government. Nigerians have lost confidence in us, gravitating towards self-help. And then IDPs may join terrorists over poverty, dwindling resources, Zulum. IDPs may join terrorists over poverty and dwindling resources is coming from Governor Zulum. Hanifa, killer perpetrator Abdul Malik, sentenced to death by hanging. Okay, and do we still have stories coming from here? Yes, down here, terrorists attacked military checkpoints near Abuja. That's the one that this guy is talking about. PDP reps back Senator Son Buhari sacking. And finally from here, inflation, WAEC hikes fee to 18,000.
All right, let's finally see the Independent while we'll, of course, round off. A lot of stories on the Independent, but let's just quickly look at a few of them. Rising insecurity still on it. Nigerians tired, gravitating towards self-help. That's NSA's lamented. Blames Nigerians of laxity in fighting asymmetric war. Confirms attack on Presidential Guards Brigade casualties. Attack on Guards Brigade troops eliminate 30 terrorists. Of course, we've got Nigerian Airlines lose 4.3 billion naira annually to sunset airport operations.
Hello, good morning. That is still Mr. Kechuko, we're calling from Jos.
You forgot to say something?
Go ahead, okay.
Go ahead.
Please, I want to talk on that depreciation of Naira. The United States said in 2019 that the way Nigerian currency is going, by the year 2025, it will be too worthless. The exchange rate might get to 1,500 per dollar. And if you take, it's almost going towards that. Do you know that a lot of investors in Nigeria are gradually moving to other African countries? In Africa, Nigeria's depreciation of currency is almost 0.25%. It is worthless. Just imagine that even Niger currency is higher than that of Nigeria. I don't know what is happening. Do you know that a lot of bodies you start and when any by next year, if people takes over, he has a lot of task ahead of him to recover the currency value. But I pray that God will give him the enablement in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
for-
Okay, that's it. Well, we don't really have much. Let's just look at, I think most of them are repeated stories.
Yes,
So
yes.
Let me look at, let's talk about Nwajuba's claim on the man that Tinubu and Atiku should be disqualified.
Okay.
You know, it is said that when corruption favors you, you call it connection. When it doesn't favor you, you call it corruption. Since it didn't favor him, he's now looking at it as corruption. You don't cry over spilled milk. The primaries have come and gone. Go and prepare yourself if you are still interested in running for the office of the president. Go and prepare yourself in the next 5 years. and then try again. Saying you are part of the system. You understand that you put us into what we are facing at the moment. So coming to tell us your party, the candidate of your party should be disqualified, one begins to wonder if he's still a member of the party.
Everywhere.
But in summary, the price of naira has continued to depreciate, which is, and the Minister of Finance is saying our economy has improved compared to what we had in the past. When they make such statements, I don't know if they are compelled to make such statements. I don't know if they have a gun to their head when they make such statements.
That might be discussion for another day, because
it's
we are completely out of time. We thank you very much, Mr. Ejike Abata, for joining us this morning. Thank you. I just hope that what is going on in Nigeria will not give all of us a kind of health condition that will add to our problems. Okay. Honestly. Thank you for coming, Emeka. Abata. Oh well, Ebere, we just have to go and get set for.
We have to go. Stay with us. Good morning, and we'll continue shortly.
Okay, my name is Sijama. Do join us.